Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm your host JT, and if this is your first time tuning in, thank you and welcome. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know every time I upload a new video. Hi everyone, I'm so excited because today's guest is a High Point University graduate. She always has so much joy and laughter that she brings to the table, and her story is simply incredible. Her challenges have only increased her strength and determination. And please welcome Caroline Jurgensen. And thank you, Caroline, for coming and sharing your story.
Thank you so much for having me.
So, Caroline, you have just come across a medical challenge in your life. And I was wondering if you could share with us your challenge that you're facing right now and what your diagnosis is.
So I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, which is where the immune system eats away at the protective covering of the nerves, and it leads to nerve damaging, and then it disrupts the connection between the brain and the body. So at the end, like the last week of September, I nanny twins for my job, and they had like a little cold, and I still went in. I ended up getting sick from them. I just had like a little virus. I went to the doctor on Monday, and I remember complaining about my eyes feeling weird, but I had a hard time describing what it felt like because it was kind of minor. And as the days progressed, it went from just being minor to having double vision and blurry vision to the point where like I couldn't drive a car. I could barely see, and it was really, really scary. So I went to my doctor, and he said I need to go to an optoneurologist. And then I went there, and then he said I needed to go to the hospital ASAP. So I went to the hospital. I spent 7 days there. I had a lot of IVs and steroids, and I had a spinal tap, which was really not fun. And then they kind of came to the conclusion that it was MS. They said 80% because you can't 100% diagnose it until you have like a second flare up.
So, Caroline, I know when new challenges come across in my life, whether it's medical or whatever the circumstance is, that different parts of me grow. And one word that just comes to mind right now is empathy. How do you feel that like empathy has played a role in your life?
Empathy, I feel like I had empathy before I got diagnosed with MS because I think I said I have 3 sisters. The second oldest one has an autoimmune disorder called POTS. And then my littlest sister had complete kidney failure and was like in the ICU and Children's Hospital for a while.
Cincinnati Children's, right?
Yep, one of the best.
That's my spot. That's where all my surgeries have been. So most of them.
Great hospital. So I feel like growing up with that gave me empathy, but I definitely got more empathy through my diagnosis. I was at the pool in my apartment building before I got diagnosed, and there was this older man who was like walking really slow and just kind of like different. And I was trying not to judge him, but I was in my head, I was just kind of like, that's kind of weird. Like, I wonder why he's walking like that. And then I later found out after I got diagnosed that he had MS, which I felt really bad for. But I mean, now I know. But so with like MS, invisible. So it's really important to not judge people because they could have things going on in their life and you just can't see it. Like I look normal, I walk normal, like everything seems great on the outside, but that's just not always the case.
Exactly. You never know what's going on inside someone. But with that gentleman who has the same diagnosis as you, did this create a relationship with him?
Yeah, it did. We have the same trainer because he specializes in MS, and my trainer wants to set up a meeting with us so he can help or like just kind of coach me through some things. We haven't met yet because of Corona, but like I know he lives on my floor and we've talked and stuff. So it's really weird the way the world works.
I think it's so amazing how people get introduced to us and surround us and become a support system for us. Tell us about your support system.
Yeah, my friends and my boyfriend, I'm so thankful for. My boyfriend, Justin, he spent every night with me in the hospital, which was so nice because he had to wake up early and go to work. And the monitors were going off all night, and I had to get change out my IVs in the middle of the night. So he's truly a saint, and I'm so appreciative. And my friends could have not been any better. They all live out of state. So my college friends and my home friends, even my new friends in Tampa, I was so shocked. They were so nice to me. And I was just I feel so grateful in this time. But I really couldn't have done it without friends and family.
It's great that you've jumped into philanthropy for the MS Foundation as well.
Yes, and I want to get more involved with it because, again, this is all still new to me, so kind of figuring out the way, but that's something that's super important to me. Even though the walk is canceled because of Corona, the important thing is donating. So I was really happy I did that. I almost didn't because posting something like that online is scary.
Yeah, real quick, how much did you raise again?
I think it's at 18,000 now.
That's
and I found
awesome.
a donor to match my donations, so it's not over.
Yeah. And then plus you were just getting into the social media aspect, and I was going to ask you how, with your diagnosis, I know it's been a huge step for you to, go out and tell people and tell the world what you are going through. But at the same time, I know it's been rewarding too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been super rewarding. I was apprehensive because, Instagram and Facebook and that stuff is surface level and it looks like everything's perfect, which I don't like about it. But I was a little scared to put it out there because I didn't want people to think that I wanted sympathy or people to feel bad for me, because that's honestly the last thing I want. I wanted to raise money and awareness for what I was doing. So yeah, I'm so glad I did. And I raised so much money. My original goal, which is funny now, was $100. And I obviously surpassed that.
Through all your challenges, what has been something that has gotten you through it?
Definitely my attitude and positivity. And that's not a pat on the back. It's honestly the truth. And I don't know. I think life is way too short to sit around and feel sorry for yourself. I think when you're given a hardship, you can either sit there and feel sorry for yourself or not do much about it, or I think you can overcome it and make yourself a better person. For me, at least I think the mind is so powerful, and if you think negatively, you will become a big ball of negativity. But if you're positive, then it just changes everything and makes it so much easier. And it might be harder to have a positive mindset, but having a positive mindset definitely makes things easier, if that makes sense.
I have found that the only way to get through challenges is with a good, strong mindset. And I feel that the only way to have that strong mindset is to have that positivity that will help carry you on and carry you through whatever your challenges are.
I also feel so blessed because I am so fortunate that my parents can help me have access to the best doctors and the best medicines and the best treatments.
And you have been so blessed, and thank you so much for sharing your story, because your story really will impact so many lives. And I just want to congratulate you on all the great work, and keep up the great work and stay strong. Thank you for listening to my YouTube channel. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. And I hope stories like Caroline's inspires you to share your story, because your story matters.